Hey guys, it's GameStag Hunter and welcome to Week 1 September video game pickups. I had a really good Nintendo weekend this weekend. I started out with no real plan on yard sailing. I kind of slept in a little bit on Saturday and then I got up and I was like, I'm gonna go. And then I looked outside and it was cloudy and kind of rainy and I knew that there wasn't gonna be any garage sailing that day. So I packed up all my stuff for shipping and I went down to the post office in order to drop off my stuff. Usually when I have something bigger, like a console or something more expensive or something that just basically won't fit in the mailbox, I drive it down to the post office, which is right down by a pawn shop or two that I like. Anyways, so, and it's only like 5 minutes away, maybe 10 at the most. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to pop in. Last time I was at the pawn shop, I picked up the Star Wars 360 and I picked up Mario All-Stars and I was like, you know, maybe some new stuff came out. Let me go down there and just pop in and see what's going. And that's kind of where the whole weekend started. And I walk in and one of the associates, one of the guys there, who's actually pretty cool, and he always, I mean, like, he'll sell me a game that they're trying to sell for like 35 bucks for 20 bucks. That's how I got the Mario All-Stars. It was worth like 60. They had it marked at 35 and he sold it to me for 20. Anyways, so he's standing behind the counter and he's sitting in front of this box and he's just got this big grin on his face and I'm like, oh, you got something good. So I walked over to him and inside was a Nintendo console and it had a whole stack of games. And he said, we're looking for like $150 for this, but he's like, for you, you know, because you like video games, you come in here and you're a good customer and all that stuff, we'll let you have it for $120. Now, of course, I tried to knock them down even more. I'm like, you can't do 100 bucks, and they're like, no, you know. But it's cool, you know. I mean, even when I'm getting a good deal, I always try to shave a little bit more off. That's just my nature, is to try to get it. You know, I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask. If they say no, you pay what they want. If they, you never know, they may come down. So that's kind of how it works for me. So what I got, let me show you. And we'll start with the console. It is a an S, Nintendo Entertainment System, and it's got some yellowing and some scuffs, but this is a really good console, and the reason being is because it fires up every single time. Every time. I mean, you could stick 30 games in here, and this bad boy will fire up like 30 times, and I've actually tested a bunch of games in it, and it worked great. So that was a really good deal. It's always good to find a Nintendo that actually works really well. So I was pretty pleased with that. And then let me go through all the games that I got for it. And I'll start with this one, Caveman Games, which is kind of funny because I was thinking they're smashing each over the head, so it's the original Smash Brothers. But anyways, it's kind of a cheese game. Didn't really do super well. And then I got Shinobi, and this was sticker. Someone, instead of writing their name on the cartridge, they stuck a sticker on there and they put their name on there. So it's easier to clean off than, of course, the marker. But we got Shinobi, and then we got Gauntlet, Tetris, Pac-Man from Tengen. Now, it's kind of funny because almost every Tengen game I've ever seen is always like this, and this is Pac-Mania, by the way. And this one's actually a real licensed Nintendo. They actually would just make the games and put them out and didn't care whether Nintendo cared or not. And then eventually, I don't know if they were doing this first and then they moved to this, or if they went from here to here. So if you guys know, that'd be interesting to find out. But it actually has the official seal, which is pretty rare for a Tengen game from my experience. I mean, I'm not, you know, master in knowledge of all things Nintendo, but I just thought that was interesting. Tecmo Bowl. Now this was like super popular when I was a kid. Everybody was playing it, but I was never really into sports games. NFL, got a nice little rattle to it, but it still works. Mission Impossible. Gotcha. Days of Thunder. Infiltrator. Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, of course. No Zapper, but you know, I have a Zapper I have to throw in with it, and I might just because it's such a good Nintendo. And then I got, let's see here, Top Gun. And now we get into the good stuff. Super Mario Brothers 2, which I already have. I'm going to check the label and see. I think mine is just as good a quality as this one. Super Mario Brothers 3 with a lifetime guarantee sticker on it. So I'm going to try to call the number and tell them that my game's not working anymore. Just kidding anyways. But yeah, I don't even think this company's in business anymore. But I'll be taking the sticker off, of course. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, fantastic game. I had this when I was a kid. I love it. If you ever get a Nintendo, this is a fun game to play. It's not like the arcades beat 'em ups. This is a little bit different of a game. It's a side scroller, and it's got some top-down effect to it too. And then a game that's fairly uncommon and rather slightly pricey, which is like a $20 game versus the rest of them are only worth like $5 to $10. And that is RoboCop 2, and that one's actually pretty good. But I'm not gonna keep it. I don't think it's something that I have to have. I think most of the games I'm going for are the ones that, you know, when I was a kid, I was all about them. And then, now, the stack that I just showed you, and the Nintendo, I did my pricing and everything like that, and I will break even right there. So, after I get rid of all that stuff, I'm pretty much up to par with what I spent, and which is kind of cool because the rest of the games are all the ones that I want to keep anyway. So, so what I got was Galaga, which I'm really excited to have. And these are going into the collection. Ninja Gaiden 1, which I have Ninja Gaiden 2. So I need Ninja Gaiden 3 and the trilogy if I can find it. But, you know, if I can get Ninja Gaiden 3, I'll be just as happy. I mean, the trilogy would definitely be great to come across. And then The Legend of Zelda, the original. Now I have The Adventures of Link, but I don't have this one. Just because, as you guys know, I wasn't really planning on collecting, and I just changed my mind, and here I am. Super C. And I have the original Contra, and I was really happy to come across this. And none of these are ultra rare or anything, but here's one that I got when I was a kid, and one of my first Nintendo games, and I love it. And I was so happy to get this and add it to my collection. So you're racing, and you shoot, and you turn into a boat, and it's a really, really fun Nintendo game. It's one of the earlier ones. And then this game right here, Bionic Commando. Now this is interesting because I bought this when I was a kid. I remember my mom took me to Target, and I was driving home as a kid looking at the back of the box. Now if you've ever seen the back of the box of this, the pictures on the back of the box are for another Bionic Commando game. They're not for this game. So when I got home and I opened it up and put it in, I was like, what in the world is this? This is actually a really, really awesome game. They did an HD remake of it, and I bought it for DLC on the PlayStation. But it was actually a really fun game to play when I was a kid, and I enjoyed it despite the fact that it was different than what's on the picture. And that reminds me, I think I'm actually going to find out what version of Bionic Commando that was. I think it was the arcade version, and I think I'm going to play that and try it out finally after like 25 years. Anyways, so those are the games that I'm adding to my collection for the original NES. This stack here. Very excited. They didn't come with the sleeves. I added the sleeves. I'm about 4 short now in my collection. Every other game has the dust cover sleeves. So, anyways. Alright, so the next thing that I got, I was really excited. This guy, he put an ad on Craigslist for $150. He was selling a Nintendo 3DS, and he had a bunch of good premium games listed, and when you go into it, he actually was asking $140. And I thought, well, you know, that's cool. So I messaged him, like, do you still have, you know, the 3DS and all the games? And he's like, I sure do. And so I hit him, you know, with, hey, would you take $120? And he was like, sure, come get him. So I was really excited. I mean, it's a really good deal. What I got was the Cosmo Black 3DS, and it's in really good condition. There's no scratches on the top. It's overall really, really good condition. It's actually really cool. I kind of wish, I mean, I had the Zelda version of this one, but I sold it to get my newer gold 3DS XL. But these things feel real solid. I like them. And the only thing is it's missing the stylus. He's like, I don't have the stylus for you, but I do have 2 chargers for this you could have. And I was like, alright, that's cool, because there are times when I find these and they don't have the charger, and they sell a lot faster, and they sell for a little bit more if you have the charger with them. So that's really cool that I got this. And then let's get into the games that came with it. This first game is Mario 3D Land Complete. Well, it doesn't have the manual, but I can get that at GameStop super easy. They may not even have included one. But the thing is that I have this game already, but it was loose. And so what I'm really excited about is getting the case. And then I took the loose game and I threw it on Leap Trade because I'm kind of experimenting with Leap Trade a little bit. And it's funny because I have credit, but I don't even know what games to get. So I'm just building up some credit on Leap Trade for something amazing, I guess. The next game was the exact opposite. It was a loose game, and then I had this case, and I put the game in the case. So I actually completed it, the case I already had. And this is going into my collection as well, and that's Super Mario 64 DS. So pretty cool that I got to complete that, and it's going into the collection. The next one is a game that I was actually wanting to buy. I really do want to. I love my 3DS. I love the games, but man, they're expensive. You go to GameStop and your mind gets blown on how expensive some of these are. And most people, when they're selling these, they want to sell the console and the games, and it just never really works out. So I'm always happy to get a good 3DS score. And this game is Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and it's got the manual and everything like that, and it's complete. So I'm really excited to add this to the collection. Here's another one. Now I already have this one, so it's just a duplicate, and it is Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, which is a really cool game. If you're a Zelda person, definitely fun, and it plays awesome on my 3DS Zelda version. I guess you get extra Zelda-ness when you're playing it with that. So this is pretty cool. And then I got Pokemon Y, and it's complete as well. I'm not a Pokemon person, so I'm not going to keep this. And then I got Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Now I'm a Metal Gear fan, but I've already ordered the Metal Gear Legacy, and so I don't really want to hold on to this. If I've got it, I can play it on TV. So I'm probably not going to hold on to this. And then I got Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. This is loose, going into my collection, going to complete it at some point. Pokemon Heart Gold version. Brain Age 2. New Super Mario Brothers, which I already have. Mario Hoops, which is kind of a cheese game. Pokemon Platinum version. And Golden Nugget Casino. And then Mario and well, I already said this one. Sorry. I'm trying Leap Trade and 99 Gamers. So some of these games I'm actually going to send up there. Because then you can just straight trade. I've kind of looked into Leap Trade and 99 Gamers, and I think I like 99 Gamers a little bit more because they can describe the quality of the disc. Leap Trade says, it's either complete or not, or has manual or not. It doesn't say anything about disc. So, anyways, really happy to get that score. And let's see, what else did I get? This was a GameStop purchase, and I've downloaded the DLC and tried the game, and I got so blown away I decided I had to add this to my collection, and it's a fantastic game. I highly recommend you guys try this if you haven't. It is a gem of a game. It's really cool. It's like nothing I've ever played, and it has really good, it's different, and it's just very entertaining, and it's just put together so well. Try this game, guys. Try it. It's amazing. The next thing that I got was another Craigslist pickup. I got the Pikmin 3 here. I got it on DLC, but I like the physical disc, so I picked this up, and along with it I got Lego City Undercover. Now, I'm not a Lego guy, but I do have Lego Marvel versus the Lego Marvel one on order, and I'm going to try this one and see if it's worth keeping, but I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. And then, staying along the lines of GameStop, when I was in there, I picked these up as well. Actually, this one I got for a couple bucks because I like Sonic and it was cheap. And then if you've ever played this, they have a PS3 version, but I actually picked this for the Xbox over the 360. I mean over the PS3 because it's a Kinect game, and I remember playing this on Kinect, and it was really, really something different. It was cool. It kind of like, the controls worked very well, and it felt like that's how a Kinect game should be. And I only paid, I paid $6 for it. It says $8, but I paid $6. And if you have a Kinect, try this game. It's really cool. And then next, I picked this up again at GameStop. and I actually had a gift certificate for $25 for my rewards points, and so I put it towards this because I have the Legend of Zelda Wii U that I bought on Craigslist, and they shut their Nintendo account down, and so the DLC to this got turned off, which is really makes me mad that Nintendo does that. If you have DLC on your Wii U and you sell your Wii U, that person gets to play the game, but if you shut your Nintendo account down, all those games are gone. And I think that's just really dirty, rotten of Nintendo to do that, because that game, you know, I mean, at least if you resell the console or something like that and you sell the DLC, they should be able to keep that forever. It shouldn't be dependent upon your account, especially if you can't just re-download it onto something else. Anyways, but I was really happy to have this and add it to my collection, and I'll actually be playing this soon. The next thing that I got was I picked this up, all that stuff was yesterday, and then today I picked this up. I picked this up for $5. It's just the console only, and well, there was a power supply to go with it, and I have controllers that I can add to it, so a little $5 deal. It's all yellowed and everything, and I managed to get it to fire up, but I think I'm gonna have to go in and monkey around with the pins. So for $5 though, I would still buy it anyways. It's easy to straighten the pins, and once you do that, the games fire up really easy. And then my last purchase of the day was a $10 purchase off of Craigslist. The guy buys storage units and he didn't really care, he just wanted to sell these. So I got Mario Kart Double Dash. Now I have the Mario Kart Double Dash with the bonus disc, but it's missing the main game, and this game is in really good condition. So now I'll just stick this in that case and be done with it, and now I've got Mario Kart Double Dash, and I'll probably just either hold on to the case until I come across another loose Mario Kart and then complete it and then trade it. And then I got Zelda Twilight Princess. He said he had a Zelda game, and I was thinking Wind Waker, and so I was cool with that, but to my surprise he had this, and that's not a big deal because I don't have this game, and this disc is actually in mint condition and it's complete, so definitely going into the collection, this one here. And then I grabbed this one because I have a 4-year-old little boy, and he seems to have taken an interest in Power Rangers. It's probably a terrible game, but it is mint disc, so I figured, you know, why not? Maybe my son will like this. I am grabbing a few games for him here and there. And then he had a random PS3 game, Ghost Recon, which is actually on my list. I was going to buy it yesterday, believe it or not, but then I got it today for like $2.50. All these games for like $2.50 a pop. So that was my weekend so far. I don't intend on picking up other games, but I'm addicted to bringing up Craigslist. So if I do pick up anything else, I'll let you guys know. Other than that, thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed already, definitely do so, because I have lots more pickups and random stuff coming along in the near future. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a really good weekend. I got a lot of cool Nintendo stuff to add to my collection. Super excited. And thank you guys for sharing it with me. Have a great day.